Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. Today, in deck number 609, we're going to talk about Emiel the Blessed. Now, I've been waiting forever on a Unicorn Legend, and we finally got it through Jumpstart. It was one of the few Jumpstart Legends that I did actually pull. They're kind of hard to find. Anyway, we have got a 4-mana 4/4 Unicorn, which is actually a better rate than I thought we would get. 3 mana to exile another creature. Can't do it, to itself. Another creature you control and then return it to the battlefield. So it's an insta-blink. It doesn't come back at end of turn. It just pops out and pops back in. But whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can pay a Selesnya hybrid. If you do, you put a 1/1 counter on it. If it's a unicorn, you put 2. So when I saw this, I instantly thought, dang it, I'm doing Unicorn Tribal. So that's where I started. I ended up someplace else, but I did start with the unicorns because let's face it, what other deck am I ever going to get a chance to play, a whole bunch of unicorns? So Regal Unicorn, Pearl Unicorn from way back, Ronan Unicorn, Daybreak Charger, Compassion Unicorn, Benevolent. Now, unicorns are typically small. Yeah, I chose this version of the Mesa Unicorn. I don't know, like the art. Who doesn't love cumulative upkeep, right? What? Reverend Unicorn. We have got, and Wishmonger that's one that, yeah. Ooh. Prize Unicorn way back. We had Zebra Unicorn. Now this was not a bad card back then. Yeah, how far we've come. Loyal Unicorn, Inspiring Unicorn, Majestic Auricorn, Lonesome Unicorn. Got that adventure going on. Captivating Valorous, Splendor Mare, Bright Mare, Good Fortune. So that was where I started at. But to be honest with you, I was like, that's not enough. I am playing a deck full of not so awesome creatures. So I need something. In Jumpstart, I did pull the Branching Evolution. One or more counters will be put on any creature you control, put twice that many. So if this is out plus our commander and we paid the green when a unicorn comes in, it's going to get 4 counters. That makes even the weakest unicorn something to be, something to matter. But let's look through some rap. By the way, this is actually the second time I've recorded this. The first time, I don't know, I got to the end, I clicked stop, and it just, didn't, and it corrupted the whole file. Anyway, it happens, So the cards are in the exact order that I talked about them last time. We got a Soul Ring, a Talisman of Unity, of course, our Rampant Growth. Bonder's Ornament can also act as some card draw, the Selesnya Signet, Locket, and Cluestone. Got to have that Cultivate, right? But the Opaline Unicorn was just the perfect fit, right? I mean, it's a unicorn. It's mana of any color. Yeah. So, I got to thinking, because here I was so wrapped up with the unicorn aspect, I didn't even think about the blink aspect of the deck. So, Fertilid is the perfect card. It's the perfect ramp for this deck. Because it's going to come in, if Emmy's in play, it's going to come in with an extra counter on it, right? And then we can get it down to 1 counter. I mean, you can't use all of them because it'll die, but you get it down to 1 counter, so you get 2 lands off of it because it come into play with an extra one, and blink it, and it resets back to 3. It's beautiful. Yavimaya Dryad. Now, Wood Elf would have worked really good in this slot. However, there is some merit to being able to give out a forest to another player. It can buy you a lot of goodwill. It can enable forest walk. I mean, I like that weird kind of play. Elvish Visionary, just the drawing card. So much so, I went Elvish Visionary, Wall of Blossoms, Llanowar Visionary, right? Because you blink these and you're drawing cards, and we're in white-green. White needs all the help he can get. The Heartstone is going to make this activation cheaper, from 3 down to 2. We don't have training grounds or anything like that in white and green. So there are some other cards, but Hearthstone has the property of I own a copy. Explore, it's just a good card, Elemental Bond is another decent card draw deck because our unicorns are going to come to play with 2 counters on them, which they will all then draw a card for us. So, Soul Warden's good in any kind of blink deck. Heck, Soul Warden's just good in any kind of deck, because not every game is going to come down to losing to commander damage. And, that slow incremental life. Sun Titan, absolutely awesome blinkable card. Pollenbite Druid. Whoa. Proliferate? Yeah, because, we're anticipating having a bunch of counters on our stuff. Yeah, this would be great for doubling season or hardened scales or things like that, but that may be upgrades later down the line. Blessed Sanctuary. Now, I like this. This is pretty much the anti-red board wipes, because they are typically all damage-based or, Blasphemous Acts or Pyrohemias, whatever. But whenever you get a real creature, you get a token creature. I like buy one, get one free unicorns. That's pretty sweet. Idyllic Tutor is, of course, going to search up the myriad of enchantments that we need. This is a heck of a blinkable card, Acidic Slime. I am telling you what. Yeah. Ooh. I see that combo not lasting long on the table because with those 2 cards, you can spend 3 mana to destroy, any repeatedly artifacts, enchantments, or lands. Man, that's going to be hard to be responsible with. So is Terastodon. Now, 8 mana cost is way on up there. I haven't used Terastodon in a while. But I'm telling you what now. I am not above in late game destroying 3 of my own lands just to get, 18 power worth of creatures for 8 mana. I've done it. Of course, we want to make our creatures bigger. Obviously, Trample is amazing. Overrun's a perfect card. Collective Blessing. Got the beautiful version of Glorious Anthem, so I had to do it. The Dictate of Heliod. Now, Reap. I've always loved Reap. I know JLK loves this card, but black's a very popular color. I would say black is in the top 5 colors for favorites. But I look at it this way. We all love Regrowth, and it's a sorcery. And we're perfectly fine at sorcery speed spending 2 mana to regrow a card. So at instant speed, even if you get 1 card, it's still better than regrowth. But most of the time, you're going to get 2, 3, 4. Invulnerability is a card that doesn't see a whole lot of play. I like it as commander damage prevention. Yeah, because it's 1 source, and there's many times where, it's late game, and you've got mana, but you're not. And let's face it, our creatures are not the strongest. And, unblockability is a huge thing. So, I like it. Doesn't get enough love. some removal, citywide bust, planar outburst, hurricane, because, flyers, it's a thing. Heliod's intervention. I always consider this removal because there's a good chance I'm not doing the live version of it. Destroy X target artifacts or enchantments. I love that because you can selectively pick which ones. Return to nature, demystify. But here was something that I had thought. This is kind of a holdover from when I was Unicorn Tribal. So I was like, well, how in theory, in keeping with the mythos of unicorns, because they're very peaceful creatures, how am I winning? I mean, combat just doesn't seem, fog. This way we can control, nope, not this turn. Holy Day. Ethereal Haze. Oh, my Moment's Peace needed a moment. Moment's Peace and Obscuring Haze. Now, we don't have like a whole bunch of extra lands, so the buyback one, that Joker's gotten expensive anyway. But we're playing, green, white, we might as well be playing the fog cards, right? And that brings us to the non-basic lands. There's not a lot here. There's a Stirring Wild Wind, the Guildgate, Blossoming Sands, Terramorphic Expanse. I use the Thriving Lands, the Heath, and the Grove. Kind of like these for my purposes because I go through a ton of non-basic lands. And these are just tap lands. They're dual lands of whatever I need at the time to build the deck, so I kind of like it. Rogue's Passage, there is a chance we get in there, Ash Barrens, and of course Forge of Heroes. And that is it for unicorns. Yeah. I was hoping to pull this one. Hey, what do you think about the... I like the placeholder cards. What I've been doing was putting them on the back. I don't know why. I did the art cards for the Modern Horizons, on the back of the legend there. It does make it a little thicker, and I love that. There's something about that pop, you play it, Anyway, maybe it's just me. So, yeah, I shaved. 609 is done, so we're going to go put 609 on the wall. In my jammies. Oh. Well, I do appreciate everybody watching. Y'all let me know what you think, and we're going to keep going. We are just a couple days away from set release, so I don't know. I live over an hour, well, just a shade over an hour from my LGS, so I'm not exactly certain with my work schedule when I'm going to have time to run down there and grab my stuff, but yeah. So for anybody that lives close to their LGS, appreciate that. But that's what we've got right now. I do appreciate y'all watching. Y'all let me know what you think. And right now, we're going to shuffle and cut.